Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome to a brand new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5 with a brand new car. This has been added into the game now with the newest update. And of course, in this week's, I guess, rewards, 20-point reward system thing, whatever you want to call it, you get this thing. This is a new Cadillac CT5V, is that what it's called? Yeah, CT5V Blackwing. Honestly, couldn't care less for a Cadillac. Why? Because we actually don't have Cadillac in Europe. That's why. We don't really see a lot of these driving around too much, and yeah, I just don't really care for them that much. But obviously I do know the brand, I know its history, well, some of its history, some of the older cars and stuff like that, and yeah, this is, like, this is actually quite nice. Weirdly enough, again, it's a car brand that I don't really care for, but I'm happy that Cadillac are still doing their thing, and apparently, sounds pretty good too. Apparently the new Cadillacs are giving the Germans kind of a run for their money, apparently. I've had people obviously say and test out cars and stuff like that, and I've seen, I think, a review of this car specifically before, and people were saying that these are actually very good cars now. They actually handle, you know. They're giving the Germans, such as the BMW M5 and the M3, kind of a run for their money. Which is kind of cool to see, because I don't think these are as expensive as the Beamers, for example. I do like to pop some bangs on this thing. I don't really want to put like anti-lag on it because I feel like it'll ruin it. It's actually so much nicer with this relaxed sort of pops as well. You don't really have like crazy, ridiculous anti-lag on it. But yeah, in this video, I obviously want to take a look at this thing and see what it's like. Drive it, drift it, slide it, do whatever it is that I'm gonna do to this thing, and obviously customize and upgrade and see what's available for it, because it's a new car, like I said. And even though, like I said before, I don't really have any interest in this car specifically, but since it's in this game, we actually get to have a look and see what it's like. So performance-wise, it's actually quite close to the M5. So this is a 2022 model. We got 668 horsepower, which is more than an M5. 893 newton meters of torque, weighs 1,870 kilos. So, I mean, comparing this thing to, what was it, the 2017 M5 or 2018 M5 that we have in the game, which is this, 600 horsepower, 750 newton meters of torque, and it weighs more. The only thing that this has on it is that it's all-wheel drive. That's it. Other than that, the Cadillac is seemingly a better car overall than this F90. So, pretty good on Cadillac for that. I think this is this an NA? Oh, it's supercharged. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. So it's got a 6.2 liter supercharged V8, of course. There it is. And yeah, the performance stats of this thing are pretty ridiculous as it is anyway. Should I squeeze out a lot of power out of this thing? I'm pretty sure this is the same engine that was in the previous model, the CTSV, if I remember correctly, as well. I don't know about the naming schemes. I don't know why they changed up so much. They should just have a name for this model and then just continue it. I don't know why it's just constantly changing. So like this was, I guess, the predecessor to that, the CTSV, which, as you can see, the performance stats of this thing are just slightly lower, I guess, than the CT5V. And then the ATS obviously is the smaller one, which is like a coupe of this car, but a bit smaller as well. I think it's size, if I remember correctly. Plus, this is also a V6 instead of the V8. Right? Am I right in saying that? I think I am. So, yeah. That's pretty much what we have here with this thing. So, it looks like it's pretty much the exact same engine, except it has more power and more torque. And it's pretty much similar weight as well. But I definitely do think this looks much nicer. Much, much nicer. So, we can twin turbo this thing, which will give it a significantly amount more power. We can all-wheel drive swap it as well. As for engine swaps, 8.4 liter V10, that's the Viper V10, 7.7 liter V12, this is an Aston engine, am I right in saying that? Am I right in saying that this is the Aston engine? Or am I confusing this thing with the TVR Cerber V12? Maybe, I don't know, I can't remember. No, it is, because the Aston engines are like 6.2 liter V12s, this is the TVR engine, I'm pretty sure. And then we have a racing V8 as well. Well, I'm going to keep the standard engine that's in it now, because I don't really want to change anything. Disappointing again when it comes to, why are the canards so high up? That is disgusting looking. Ah, it's so stupid. Then we have that wing, and then we have basically wingless from Cadillac, but it actually doesn't even look too bad. Is this like the Blackwing stuff? all this carbon bits and pieces on this thing. I'm guessing it is. Is this like a competition version of like the regular car, if that makes sense? Like a slightly more upgraded version of that car. Well, I'm down to slide this thing just to see what it's like. I'm gonna probably just work with the engine that's in it now. I'll give it some snow tires, because snow tires are always usually pretty nice to slide with. 275s in the front. We can go up to 295s if I really want to. I'll keep the 275s, I think. I think this should be fine. And then 305s in the back. Again, I think I'm going to keep those. Those are very wide, very, very wide tires for this thing. Really, really wide tires, actually. Pretty nice, though, to see this thing have some ridiculous wheels for it. Okay, fair enough. What about for actual wheels themselves? We could go multi-piece. If I want to do that. Do I want to do that? Maybe. I don't know, man. There's something about these wheels. I don't know when they added these into the games, these ADV ones, but I really, really love these wheels. They just look so good in this game. I don't know when they added it in, like I said, but they do look really, really nice. Do I want to go with black wheels though? I don't think so. I don't think I want to go with black wheels for this thing. I feel like it's a little boring. Like even the standard wheels that are on it, I'm not a big fan of those wheels. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're not very good looking wheels. They're definitely not matte as well. I think like matte black just looks a bit dead. I'm not a matte black kind of person either, even for like regular, you know, car paint. I just think it looks a bit shit. Alright, I'm going with these. They look kind of clean. And also we're going to change the size of these things to 20s all the way around. There we go. And I know for a fact that once we add drift suspension, this thing's going to tuck nicely in. Front and rear. The rear is actually quite nice. The stance of the rear end is actually very nice. I'm going to bring it up one step though, because I think it's going to... I'm going to get slight bit of camber on the rear, and especially when we drop it, I think it's going to tuck in quite nicely. Race transmission, so we can upgrade it. Diff, drift diff, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. We can't do anything off-road spec on this thing by the looks of things, but yeah, look how nicely that tucks in. Very, very nice. I wish we could get this thing to be a little bit lower, but I guess I'm good with that. Roll cage actually looks pretty nice on the inside of this thing. I don't know, man. There's something about this car that actually just looks really, really nice. I think the shape of it's nice. I think it has a better like sloping rear end than the previous model, I think. Right? Am I right saying that? Let's have a quick look here. Yeah, see the way like it slopes back like that? Like the CTS, I think, has more of like a saloon shape. This kind of has like a slight coupe-esque vibe going on with it, which I think suits it really nicely. I like this thing. I think the ducktail spoiler on the back is just a little bit over the top, a little bit too much. It's just a bit too big. But I actually do still kind of like this thing. Right, what's exhaust sound like? Not bad. Ooh. Oh, we like that. That is very nice. That is really nice. Can't actually hear the supercharger. Weird. Anyway, what are we looking at for stats for this thing? 1,000 horsepower, 1,173 newton meters of torque, and then it weighs 1,452 kilos. That's dropped this thing by like 800 kg. What? Oh, sorry, 400 kg, not 800 kg. It was 1,800 kg. It dropped it by a lot. Fair enough, though. Fair enough. Okay, I like that. I feel like 1,000 horsepower again going to the rear wheels on snow tires. I mean, it does have really thick tires. Ooh, squeaky mic arm. It does have really, like, thick, wide tires, though, for it anyway. So, yeah, I mean, I think we should be fine with this thing. I think I should be able to push this thing along. Let's have a look at what other paint options there are available for this thing. So I do remember that Cadillac actually have some decent paints for their cars. The red looks really good. And so does this blue, actually. It reminds me a bit of the Lexus colors, though, doesn't it? I feel like the Lexus RC or the IS has very similar colors to this thing. I think the blue looks really, really nice on this thing. Black kind of hides a lot of the detail. But it does look very aggressive, though, in black. But I think this blue is probably the nicest looking out of the lot. And I kind of like the wheels as well. I think they suit it quite a bit. I don't really know if I'm going to change anything else. Maybe the mirror caps. Probably change those to carbon fiber, since this has got a lot of carbon fiber all over the place on it anyway. Winglet is already carbon. Wheels, I'm going to leave those the way they are. Brakes, I'm going to leave those the way they are. Tints, I'm not going to add on to this thing at all. I think it's fairly clean, the way it came out. I think it's a clean looking car. But I wanted to slide it a little bit. I just wanted to see what this thing was like to take sideways. I'm going to bring it over on the rally expansion as well. Just to enjoy it on some of those roads. But it's nice. I think it looks very good. Sounds really nice too. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so loud! Wow. Especially with the sound settings that I have set on my PC for this game, it makes the echo even louder. Like, it just makes it a lot more extreme. I hope this comes out really nicely, like, in the video. Holy shit. That sounds so good. I don't know if the old one has the same engine sound, but damn. That is ridiculous. That is probably one of the loudest V8 sounds in this game. What? I definitely didn't expect that whatsoever. Oh, thanks. I did not expect that whatsoever. Alright, we need to slide this thing. And I have to bring it around where there's like... Just the echo is insane. Alright, I brought her over to this road because, I mean, it's way too nice not to. Pretty easy to control. Okay. As for the tune, I barely did anything to the tune. I just sort of made it and gave it like kind of like a basic setup. Wow, this is so loud, man. I can't even hear myself think. I don't even know what to say. Is this the loudest V8 in this game? I don't think even the racing engines make this much of a, like, riot. This is crazy. Absolutely ridiculous sounding thing. Pretty easy to control, I mean. I think it's a little bit... I gave it too much power. I mean, I just wanted to see what it was like for the standard engine. How much... Well, not standard engine, but like the original engine. And original kind of parts, you know? Instead of twin turboing it, or instead of engine swapping it, I just want to see what this thing was capable of. And 1,000 horsepower, I feel like it's a lot. Even for 305s on the back end. It is a little slow to get going. But then again, I am on snow tires too. In the wet. I mean, it's easy to control, don't get me wrong. It's just a little sluggish. And I require very, very little power to spin those wheels. Very little. This thing sounds great. I really love the way this sounds. Especially when it gets high in the revs, it sounds absolutely fantastic. And when it starts echoing off all the rocks as well. Really, really nice. Ooh, that sounds nice. The supercharger whine. Oh my god. And the intake sound. Wow. That sounds absurd. A little wide there. Jesus. Can hold an alright bit of angle though. Nice. Okay. A bit too fast there, but that's okay. Let's go back to the exterior. This is so nice to drive. Super easy to control. And the sound just makes it. The sound just absolutely enhances the experience of this thing. It's like it's on ice, but it's like super controllable. Even the speed that you get with it, like it's just so... It's not very quick. I need to bring it on that little pass as well. There's like an area where you just drive around like in an actual canyon, like between mountains and stuff. I want to bring it over there. So basically this... Where is it? It's this road here. Right there. I want to drive it on that. And hear to what... just hear what it sounds like. With the sound just echoing behind it. It's gonna sound pretty insane. Alright, let's turn it on. That sounds absurd, man. It's so good. It's so easy to slide. Alright, I'm gonna shut up here and just let you guys listen to this thing. I want to listen to it as well instead of listening to my own voice. Okay, yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about me spinning it. Okay, I'm gonna just stop here and give it a couple of revs. That sounds incredible. Even the idle of this thing just sounds mean. What a sick car. Well, I guess that's it. I'm gonna leave the video there. I really like this thing. I didn't expect this thing, especially with the race exhaust, to sound like this. Jesus Christ, it's an absolute beast. I love it. I love driving this thing a lot. Yeah, let me know if this is the loudest V8 in this game, because it does sound like it. It sounds absolutely insane. And even the way it looks, I think it just looks really aggressive. I think Cadillac have done such a good job with this car. I really like it. Alright, let me know what you guys think of this thing. If you enjoy it, if you enjoyed this video especially, definitely let me know. But for now, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully you liked it, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.